Australia fall 13-38 to the All Blacks in the Rugby Championship opener. A length of the field try by centre Jack Goodhue and a late double from Waisake Naholo spurred New Zealand to a 38-13 win against Australia in the first Bledisloe Cup test and opening match of the Rugby Championship on Saturday. The visiting team was tied down through most of the first half by Australia's swarming defence, which placed pressure on the passing player and produced handling errors which nullified the All Blacks' attacking game. But New Zealand scored its first try just before half-time, trailing 6-5 at the break, and added 5 more touchdowns in the second period as fatigue gripped the Wallabies, their set pieces crumbling and their defensive effort waning. New Zealand secured its 18th victory in 20 tests in Sydney, taking a 1-0 lead in the 3-test series for the Bledisloe Cup, which it has held through 15 series since 2002. "We looked after the ball a little bit better after halftime than we did in the first half," All Blacks captain Kieran Reid said. "We were able to get on the edges of them. That's where the gaps were. Our defense set the tone for the whole match. They were only able to score once. We were able to set that standard, and it flowed onto our attack." Australia, Falau, Tumu 64, Haylett Petty, Maddox 54, Hodge, Beale, Croydbeat, Foley, Genia, Samu 74, Robertson, Palotunau, Ladu 46, Kapu, Rada, Simmons 65, Coleman, Tui, Hooper, Fabe 74, Pocock replacements not used, Alaladoa, Tupu, Ainsley tries, Maddox 67 conversions, Foley 68 penalties, Hodge 10, Foley 21 coach, Michael Cheek in New Zealand, Smith, Naholo, Goodhue, Crotty, Leonard Brown, Lone, Mackenzie 47, Barrett, Smith, Harris 68, Moody, Perry 54, Taylor, Perinara 68, Franks, Tuanuku 59, Retallick, Whitelock, Squire, Barrett 59, Kane, Reid replacements not used, Savia tries, Smith 39, Goodhue 43, Barrett 52, Retallick 63, Naholo 74 and 75 conversions, Barrett 44, 53, 65, 77 penalties, none coach, Steve Hansen venue and stadium at the start. It was the Wallabies who set the defensive tone. Perhaps mindful of the equivalent test in Sydney last year, when the All Blacks led 46 at halftime, Australia threw its energy into an all-or-nothing defensive performance which was successful for the first 30 minutes. All Blacks, impatient in their efforts to break down the wall, made too many poor choices in trying to sustain their attack and lost all forward momentum through the first quarter. It made the Wallabies' back row veterans David Pocock and Michael Hooper ascend into breakdowns, further slowing and frustrating New Zealand's attack. Australia edged into a 6-0 lead with penalties to Reece Hodge and Bernard Foley. The tide turned when the All Blacks finally began to hold the ball for long periods. That forced the Australians to make more tackles and they began to show signs of fatigue in a physical match. At the same time, Australia's set piece fell apart. It conceded several penalties from scrum collapses and couldn't control its own line-out ball, losing the basis for any attack. "I was happy going into halftime," Wallabies captain Hooper said. "We applied pressure to the way the Kiwis wanted to attack. I was disappointed with the way we held the ball tonight. Obviously our set piece wasn't up to scratch. New Zealand did really well to stop us there, and I don't know if we got above 3 phases tonight, and when we did the Kiwis shifted the ball, moved us and scored within 1 or 2 phases. New Zealand gained a territorial advantage late in the first half, and it produced a try from scrum half Aaron Smith. The All Blacks hadn't broken the Australian line until the 39th minute, when fullback Ben Smith skipped through a tackle by Lachlan Tui. He passed wide to Naholo, who moved the ball back infield through Reid to Aaron Smith. The All Blacks have an extraordinary ability to score around the halftime mark, and it showed again when Goodhue opened the second period with a super try. Naholo stripped the ball from opposite number Marika Croydbeat, and when the ball was passed deep to Beauden Barrett, 5 meters from his goal line, he decided to run it, moving it wider to Goodhue. Rieko Ione outflanked the defense down the left wing and passed back to Goodhue, who dashed away to score.